Rick Snow with Rick Snow Real Estate, ricksnowrealestate.com, your home for real estate investment education, networking and partnerships. We buy, sell, and finance real estate investment opportunities, and we show you how to do the same. I'm here to talk to you today about off-market properties. Off-market properties are special to me as a multifamily investor. And let me first explain to you what it means to be an off-market property. So an on-market property is property that is listed on the MLS, right? The multiple listing services or LoopNet or some other public website where it has access to thousands and thousands of people, subscribers, or whatever. And that's great because most of the properties that are transacted today are transacted on the MLS or LoopNet. But as an investor, what I'm looking for are more special properties. One, if it's on MLS or LoopNet, as an investor, I probably already know about it because I have access to those systems, or I have people that have access to those systems. But two, as an off-market property, if you're building solid relationships with a network of buyers, you don't have to advertise your property to the general public and send that property's information to hundreds of people. I mean, if there's a property that's available, it might literally go out to hundreds of people. That means you have hundreds of people asking you for the same information, the same rent rolls, the same T12s, the same financials, the same bank statements, the same taxes for the last 3 years. And so you might have to send that information and qualify and vet hundreds of people before you get a qualified buyer. But when you build a really strong off-market network and you build a network of people that you trust that are qualified that you know could buy, then it lowers your circle down to people that are just qualified to really even review that opportunity and go through with the purchase. So I like working in the off-market arena. I call them pocket listings or off-market listings. I have a network, myself included, as a buyer, but I also have a network of other buyers that when I have a property that I'm looking at selling, I can present it to a buyer that I've already reviewed their criteria, I already have their proof of funds, I already have their letter of intent, I already know how they buy, I know how long their due diligence period needs to be. So I already have a relationship with those people, so it's easier for me to present that property to a qualified investor. It's an off-market property, so it's interesting for them. They usually want to know what's the story, why are they selling it or what. So it's that's interesting because I like having a story behind the properties as well. But the investor they don't have to feel like there's going to be a huge bidding war. We want to make the transaction as easy as possible for the buyers. And sometimes, getting into a bidding war with other buyers, it just makes things complicated. I mean, it's great if you can create that and you're the broker on the deal and all of a sudden there's a bidding war, that's great. But it's not always a comfortable situation, especially when you're dealing with buyers that you trust, that you've worked with. So sometimes you want to present them with a property that's directly for them. And, and here's the thing about presenting a property with that's off-market property to a buyer. If you're qualified to buy that property and you're a buyer and it gets presented to you, look at it. And if you say you want to move on it, move on it. So there's some obligations with being on the receiving end of an off-market property as well. But anyway, off-market properties are special properties. We look at off-market properties all the time. If you have a property that you want us to take a look at, you could submit it through our website, which is clarityreturns.com/sellers. Again, that's clarityreturns.com/sellers. And we'll gladly take a look at those properties. And, as always, it's always about education, building a quality network, and about making partnerships. So we'd love to work with you. You can visit us online at ricksnowrealestate.com. And you can always connect with us if you have a property that you'd like us to take a look at. But off-market properties are a very cool way to make legitimate business connections with investors if it's truly an off-market deal. So hope you have the best success out there. And if you need anything, just give us a call. Have a good day.